Hello. Welcome to DK Bowl Chat. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to finish this little guy today. I'm going to finish this painting. In the image I'm looking at, he's got a little, I've got white on my brush, my round brush, and it's a very tiny round brush. It's a 10-0. I'm going to put a little defining line around him where the light's coming around him. There we go. Just so it's not just on his beak. Make him really pop right off of this canvas. And it also gives the suggestion that the light is coming from behind him, which we already know it is. It's right there. But that's good. I'm gonna also do the top of his head. Turn him around so it's good. And I want to take out some of his forehead. It's got a little bit too much of a forehead, so I'm just going to go along here with white. Yeah, that's better. It's more like Hummingbird. And then I'm going to put the color that's here on there, so it can't just stay that big thick white. I've made up a little bit of quinacridone red, and I mixed chromatic black with it, which I know is not the color behind it, but it looks pretty close. Let's see what color it comes out. We'll just go right over that little bit of line. Yeah, that's good. This video is final details of this little painting. He looks so happy. That's good. So I'm gonna make sure the top of his head get a little bit more black because it's a little bit more dull right there. There we are. Let's see how he looks. Turn him back around. Oh yeah, no, he looks much better. His head's not as, he doesn't have a big bump on the end of his head. A big forehead, he doesn't have that. So I'm gonna put that little bit of line right here. Again, there we are. Okay, and then even across the top, I could do that a little bit, where this red is. It's just like coming from behind him. It's illuminating him. We need green to put over that as well. I'll put a little bit on here too. Just right over that end of his green. I'm gonna have to turn him around to do that better. Okay, let me get green. So I'm not close. It's more brown. Let's see how it looks right up against his head. More medium, and then paint. There we go. Let's look at him, see how he looks. That's really not that noticeable. It is a different color. Turn it that way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's take a good look at you. Let's get you the right way. There we go. Oh, much better. Okay, so it looks kind of unfinished still. I'm going to add a little bit of red. And it comes down on his eye over the green right there. And then just comes down to his eyeball right here. Going right over that red. Okay, so I'm going to put some white. This white is going to show where his little head is. Let me see if I can get that. Okay, nice and white. Turn you upside down. Let's get that and go right up against that. Okay. Okay, and then some green down a little bit. right up to the edge of his white. And I'm going to put a little bit on this part needs to be red, right up where the white is. I'm going to get that, go right over that edge. And I'm going to work on that twig that he's on. There we go. And I'm going to paint some green. First, I'm going to paint green up to his little beak. There we go. Go a little bit lighter with the green. Is that too light? Yeah, it might be. We'll see. Because it goes pretty thin right here with the black. There we go. Yeah, there we go. And his little head comes down to almost a little bit of a point there. There we go. Yeah, good. That's good. Okay. I've got the little bit of green right there, right up to that white. Bring it back around. Get his little edge here, and I'm going to put some color on this branch. So I have the white brush I was using, and I'm going to come in from this side and put in a little bit of light coming over the top of the edge. No, I meant I'm going to put a lot of light coming in. There we go. Thin it down. This brush is kind of maybe a little thick. I'm just going to put that line in. Oh yeah, it's a thick line. He's going to block the light, so we don't want to have that be light where he is, where he's at. Let me just put this in, we'll fix it. How about that? Turn it back the other way. I'm going to narrow down the line a little bit. There we are. I'm just going to pull that over the brown that's already there. I don't want it to be behind him, so I'll have to take that part out, but it's okay. Just going to keep going. The background's dry now, so I can rest my hand on it. I don't have to worry about it smearing paint. Okay. If I really want it to come off, I can use Q-tip. But I think it's fine. I've got a little bit of medium on my brush, and I'm just moving that paint. So I'm going to change up the color of this branch to more of a reddish brown. Right underneath that white line, I'm going to put this little bit of an orange. It's sort of reddish tan. There we go. Just keeping that white line showing where the light is. And this I'm going to paint brown. There we go. And the other way. And I'm going to grab some of the transparent red. Next layer. And he's going to add shadow. He's adding shadow to where he's sitting. Okay, so I need to take it back off right there. All right, Q-tip is going to take off that paint, the excess. There we go. And I'm going to put more of the transparent red on there for the branch. I'm going to take off that extra white. Q-tips make great erasers, at least for paint. Let's get this right off the edge. There we go. Right there. Okay, I'm gonna get another one and take it off the, where it popped over the, it went into the sky. There we go, just take it off. Okay, so I'm gonna make a darker color for a darker reddish brown. I'm gonna use the transparent red and a little bit of chromatic black. I'm going to paint that on his little branch. Turn you the other way so I can get it the right angle. This is fun. I didn't even, on this painting, I didn't paint the sides at all. And the oil paint goes right to the edge of the front. But I don't notice it, and I'm going to leave it like that. Why not? It's covered, it's painted. Paint this across here, right on that line, because it's bright red. It needs to be darker at the base anyway. Okay, and on the base of this, we'll paint it. This is a little bit of that transparent red, and the branch has light coming from this side, so I'm going to grab that, put that on there. This is white. Let's go. The right angle is going to be like that. Get that little bit of light in there. Much better angle. And then some of the lighter tan that I have that's mixed with transparent red. We're going to go underneath this line. Wipe it off. Gonna get some of the darker branch color and go right underneath it. I'm going right over the line in between the two colors. Another way to do it would be pulling a dry brush over the two lines, which I'm probably going to do in a minute here. Here we go. That is a better looking branch, I think. Let's turn it back right way. Okay. There's not going to be the light in the front. But there is the dark color of the branch. Goes right up to the edge of where this little, yeah, the dark color goes right up to here. There's a little bit of a end piece that is lighter. There we go. There he is. Okay, and then at the bottom of these little bud, maybe it's a bud. That's probably what it is. There we are. Clean that off. A little bit more red right between the two. Okay. And yes, his head, I think it looks a lot better. And I don't notice where I touched up the green. On his head, he's got a little bit more white. I can put that on there, and then I'm going to assign it. Let's get the white. Get a fine tip brush. Just little pieces of white on his little head, where his feathers are showing through on the green. A little bit too patterned. Take that off a little bit. On the front. You know, right where I put the green, I can put a little bit of white too. Get some more white and some medium. There we go. That's a bit much. Just gonna touch it. There we go. I could use a Q-tip too to blend it. I already put the white on the outside. It's got the red on the front, which is good. It's got the white on the side and tan. There's a little bit of tan. And you know, you're not gonna compare this to the reference photo, so I don't have to have it exactly perfect. A lot of times I will focus on what I need to finish changing on it to make him look better. Hence the head and the beak earlier. I'm gonna get a little bit of white with a Q-tip. Right there. There we are. And I have green still. I'm going to grab some more with the medium. Make those little white flecks a little bit smaller. All right. He's looking pretty good. I'm liking him a lot. I put a couple more red dots on him, which will be the finished. Then I got to sign him. Going right over that red. Red is transparent. I want it to be red, not red with some other color behind it. Red and yellow are usually transparent. You can always look on your color and see if it says transparent. My inclination is to want to continue painting the red on him, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna take off some of that green with this black paint right there. Yeah, I just need it to be just a little thin line of black. Okay, and he's got the black on here, which we did, it's already done. And you are going to be black up here as well. I think it's good. I want to get it, see if it works out. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Just a little bit. So I can see the pattern right here, and I'm going to break that up. And this part, I'll just go, if there's any part I need to touch up, I'll touch it up in a minute, but I'm just putting on a little bit of darker color. It's in the picture, and I'm bringing it closer to that picture. He looks a little rough around the edges, but he'll shape up just fine. Yeah, that's good enough. I think that's good enough. I think maybe a little bit right here, but I think, yeah, he's got plenty of dark showing through. And I can tone it down by touching it with a Q-tip and call him done. And he'll go forth into the next show. I'm just toning down those little lines so that they're not so dark, vivid, checker box. They're not so much visible. Yeah, there we go. It's sort of a mucky green, and I need to get the right angle to do that, so I'm going to turn him here, because I'm a lefty. I'm going to put this in right over this. Just barely touching the canvas. I'm being conscious about where my line, like I wanted about a 1/4 inch above the bottom, in case somebody needs to print this, even though it's got it's pretty nice, not print, but if somebody needs to frame it, it's got a 1 inch rabbit for the frame, so. Loading more green. Yeah, it's kind of a foresty light green. Yeah, this is a good color. It's not going to stand out like a sore thumb. Gonna get some more paint. So what are you doing today? Well, if you can share on here, what are you doing? After this, I'm gonna go for a walk. That will be fun. It's a beautiful day. And then I'll come back and paint some more, I think. Why not? There we are. We're going to put that little dot on there. I purposely put a capital T on the end because it's a cross and the Holy Spirit is with me, helping me with everything. And I'm grateful for that. I think it's done. Yeah, we're going to call this done. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe to DK Bolljat. And come see what we paint next time, huh? In the next video. God bless you.